Okay, so today is the big day. I'm going down to South Carolina to pick up my sister. It's Monday today. It's about an 8-hour drive down to Fort Jackson, and she has family day tomorrow on Tuesday, and then her graduation day is on Wednesday the 18th. So I am leaving for that soon. I'm just doing a few errands before I go down with my family to see her graduate, but I just wanted to check in. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her, and it's gonna be awesome. I have no idea what to expect. I haven't been down to South Carolina in a really long time too, so it'll be a cool experience. I'm sure there's a lot that she has to share with me, and yeah, I'm super excited. Okay, so made it to, got our room key, and I'm just going to pretty nice. Alright. It's very simple. Nothing too crazy. So tired. It is currently like 2 a.m.
No battery.
Oh man. We made it. Oriet, I'm seeing you soon, so I'm gonna sleep now. Switch rooms, all set.
Please stand for the invocation given by Chaplain Christopher Rice.
Good morning. And welcome to Fort Jackson, where victory starts here. We invite you guys to pray according to your faith tradition, as I pray according to mine. Let's pray. Great God, we have gathered this rainy morning for this very special occasion and are blessed by what it means. We pause and thank you for this morning for the sacrifice, the service, and the accomplishments of the soldiers who are about to march shoulder to shoulder across this field. We thank you and we recognize the support system of dedicated family and friends who have stood behind and supported each of these soldiers throughout their time in basic training. Great God, I ask now that when these soldiers depart from this field with their families and friends, that you would bless their time and conversations together. All these things we ask and pray in your most holy of names. Amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the commander of the 2nd Battalion, 68th Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Daniel L. Rauch.
Good morning, thank you. On behalf of Brigadier General Beagle, our Commanding General, and Command Sergeant Major Dan, the Fort Jackson Command Sergeant Major, welcome to Fort Jackson, the Army's premier training center. Alright, so I gambled with the weather this morning and I lost. But that's okay. You will see your soldier in about 20 minutes, no longer. We're going to get through this. I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming out here this morning. Weather aside, it doesn't matter. You've got over 1,000 soldiers about to march across this field. I know you've been waiting for them for 10 long weeks. Let me tell you now, ladies and gentlemen, that these soldiers have endured much worse than what you see out here today. This is temperate weather. They've been out on the rifle range in 28-degree weather doing their duty for this fine country. So they're going to be all right. Before you're reunited with your soldiers on the field, I want to say thank you for supporting your soldier and their decision and making the trip here today to begin celebrating this momentous occasion with your soldiers. This is a very special time in their young careers, and it's absolutely wonderful you are here to experience it with them. Friends and family are extremely important to these soldiers, and it is very difficult for them to be away from you during these long weeks. Today, after 10 weeks, you'll be reunited. It will take you a minute to recognize them. Their hair is a little shorter, they stand a little taller, and they may have lost some weight. But they are your soldiers, nonetheless. All right, let's go to the field and make some noise. Get loud. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise as we get going.
There's nothing left for us to do. Find the strength to see this through. We are the one. We are soldiers. We are soldiers.
We have Alpha Company. Commanded by Captain Hunter Burke. Next in line we have Charlie Company. All right. In closing, we will meet here tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the graduation ceremony. Please arrive early. The moment you have it, we've been waiting for the last 10 weeks of the ride. Please and safe in orderly manner, ladies and gentlemen. Watch the stairs and please on you go through the falling. Come on down to the field and meet your soldiers. Bring on.
I'm surprised they didn't break formation.
Why? It's easier to find them.
Oh yeah.
Wait, why are they running? Trying to find her.
Oh, you're small. You're really crazy.
Oh my god, I see.
Well, we're at the top. We were way in the top. We had all these people in front of us.
So, Ori.
We gotta get up.
Really?
We will.
This is our car, the Illinois.
I'm sitting in the front.
I know you're sitting in the front. I know you're sitting in the front. Let me move my backpack. Hand me my backpack. Or just, yeah. And then you said yes, and then she said Charlie. So, Oriet,
Yeah, well, it's probably just starting here. Interesting.
what was the best part of basic training?
Chow.
The food? Is that what that is?
Chow is motivation.
It's like yeah, living.
Like you go meal to meal. You go meal to meal. You're like, all right, you know, like if you're doing shitty training or you're doing something stupid you don't want to be doing.
But look at all the stuff. What do you want to do? This is your turf.
I mean, okay, so I really haven't been to any of these places, obviously.
So,
but they have this quick reference thing. So for food, okay, so the NCO club is like a buffet, but I heard that it's the same food that's in the DFAC, and I've been eating in the DFAC every day for 10 weeks.
so where do you want to eat?
Do that. There's Magruder's Pub and Club.
Let's do that.
And then there's like, if you want to go bowling, y'all, there's bowling. There's a light show at 17:30.
We can go to that.
Which I definitely want to go to. That's what Shelton was talking to me about.
Yeah, that's what they said in the intro ceremony.
Yeah.
Green. And just blues were fancy.
Oh, you had both at that time.
Wait,
We're
what do you
going-
have now?
By FY 2021, we're going back to the greens.
Pinks.
So we have to, yeah, pinks,
What's pinks?
greens.
What does
They
that look
wore in
like?
World War II.
Oh wow.
Like that's the dress uniform color. Right now they're blue, and people are like, it looks like Navy or Marines. Like, why does the Army wear that color? It's because George Washington originally, like, that's what he originally intended it to look like. But they went to the, I don't know when they went to Pinkstead.
Recently.
No, it was.
The reason it was dressed blues is because it was infantry. Infantry blue.
That makes sense.
But then not everybody's infantry.
Alright.
Are you infantry?
I'll probably, if I was ever deployed, I'd probably be attached to an infantry unit.
Yeah, see, Dad? Told you.
But in the hospital.
But a first lieutenant who was a 68 whiskey told me, he told me that usually for National Guard and reserves, 68 whiskey, or just combat MOSs in general, like he said, usually the National Guard, they're the ones that get deployed combat side. So I would probably be put. He said reserves is usually reserved for logistics if they're deployed. So I'd probably be put in a hospital. I wouldn't actually.
Yeah, that's what Dad was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which actually I didn't even know, so it kind of relieved me to hear that.
Remember, we used to have sawdust.
Wait, what
No,
were you
rubber.
talking about? You had to fight dudes?
It's like little bits of tire, like.
What did you have to do,
Any
Ori?
metal in it?
I was only over there. We had
Is there
to
metal in it?
do combatives at 3 in the morning after ruck marching, and I was partnered up like against only guys. Except there's one girl, and you know it's funny because she's getting an award for PT, right? And she is getting promoted from E2 to E3. She came in as an E2 because with the guard, all you have to do is take a skills test, and they automatically promote you before you go in. It's bullshit. It's like it's things like reading a map. But anyway, she's getting awarded for PT, but I was up against her in combatives, and I just had her, I held her the whole entire time. It was just me holding her down, waiting for the turn to end. Yeah, she's getting a PT award.
Why aren't you getting a PT award?
She's struggling against
She's used to being lying on the ground.
Struggling against
That's her
me.
job. She's just a lion. A mattress.
Who's your what closest friend did you have? Your bunkmate?
No, actually, I don't have anyone I'm like more or less close with. Like, it just would depend on my mood. Like, there's people I'd rather hang out with depending on hang out, I say. Like, stick by depending on my mood. Or depending on what we're doing too. Like, Camacho was my partner for Omaha.
What's Omaha?
That's what they call it. It's like a firing movement. Buddy team live fire is also what they call it. You're like firing live rounds next to your partner, and like you're moving
As you walking.
as you're walking. Well, no, you're running, and then you're if you're doing the IMT movements, do they call it that then when you're in individual movement techniques?
Yeah,
so like
cover bounding and cover.
Low crawl, high crawl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bounding, 3 to 5 second rush, and then point post sprawl. And like
3 to 5 second rush, and then does the guy cover fire for you while you rush?
Yeah. Same shit.
Yeah.
Different era.
And you got to worry about.
But these barracks
you got to
are
worry
nice.
about people.
That's what I was
getting shot.
talking about.
Our barracks are not as nice.
These are really nice, and then there's even bigger ones that were really nice
Yeah,
too.
we came here like, so I told you during the forge and everything, we asked our drill sergeants, so like, you know, whose barracks are these? They're like, oh, basic training. We're like, what the hell?
How are those basic training? Which ones did you get?
I mean,
Older
ones. Ours still have like a similar, like I told you, we still have the overhangs that for the CTA, like the CTA.
What are overhangs?
Like that.
Oh yeah.
But ours is not as nice. Our buildings. You'll see. I'm hungry.
I know, I'm hungry too. Are you allowed to wear those dog tags?
I'm wearing dog tags.
Are you wearing the scapular?
Not right now. It's in my pocket.
Well, I want to see the dog tag. Show me.
I'm not supposed to take them out.
I want to see it.
No, I can't take them out.
Oriet, come
I
on.
can't take them out.
Can I wear the beret?
No. You want to break all procedure. You don't understand. There's like a lot of rules,
Okay.
especially having to do with appearance.
Okay. We're looking for boots. Boots.
This is our snivel gear.
In snow?
So basically we just wear if it's cold, we wear our silks or our waffles.
They're like brown. They're like brown.
And we have the fleece tank. And those are our PTs.
Or PT?
PTs.
What's that?
To like the very last, the end of it, towards the end of it, and he like had to get.
So I'm editing this right now and I realized I didn't record anything after we saw the light show. We had to take her back to base. She had to be back that night, and then this goes on to the next day in the morning where her actual graduation ceremony is. The same place that we met her like on family day, but it was the official ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, you must be seated during the ceremony. There is no standing along the railing authorized during the ceremony. Thank you.
Who's holding the flags?
I just picked some guys. So you're going to be in the flag detail.
Really?
Yeah. It could be NCO. I saw NCO with a. You have a. I don't know what it's called. You have a device that holds the flag in a hold a little piece of pipe. So you're not. Your shoulders can bear some of the weight of the flag. And when the wind's blowing, it can be quite an ordeal to hold on to.
Damn, look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, our ceremony is entitled
It's Charlie.
The Fort Jackson leadership and law enforcement have taken extensive measures to ensure the safety and security of our soldiers on the field and their families and friends observing today's graduation ceremony. We ask for your assistance in reporting any suspicious activity or disruptive behavior to law enforcement immediately. Law enforcement officers can be identified by blue uniforms or camouflage uniforms with military police insignia.
Pray according to your faith tradition, as I pray according to mine. Let us pray. Most gracious God, we have gathered this morning to celebrate the accomplishment of these men and women standing on this field. Each of these soldiers have worked hard, overcome many obstacles along the way, and have persevered through various pains and trials. They have earned the distinct and privileged honor of being recognized as a soldier in the United States Army. Great God, I ask that you would continue to encourage and strengthen each of these soldiers as they move forward in their careers with confidence and assurance of their newly found and developed skills. Build around these soldiers a hedge of protection so that no harm or danger can come their way throughout their military careers. In all their future military endeavors and missions, may they remember the words of Isaiah. They who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not be faint. Help us move forward and walk in a manner worthy of the trust and confidence of this great nation. Lastly, great God, we ask that you would walk with us and go before us. For without you, we are nothing. All these things we ask and pray in the most holy of names. Amen.
Amen. Please be seated. The purpose of today's ceremony is to recognize the commitment of the men and women you see standing in formation before you today who have chosen to serve their country as soldiers. This review is the last official formation of the training cycle. Not everyone successfully completes this difficult period of training, but those in formation today represent disciplined, motivated, physically fit soldiers who exemplify the Army's 7 core values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. They are instilled with the warrior ethos and display the tenets of putting the mission first, never accepting defeat, never quitting, and never leaving behind a fallen comrade. This is an important day, and these soldiers can take great pride in their accomplishments. To the parents, families, and friends of these soldiers, Fort Jackson extends a very warm and sincere welcome. We are justifiably proud of them and are equally honored that they have chosen to join our ranks. Please direct your attention to the left of the formation. The units marching today from your left to right are the 282nd Army Band, graduating soldiers from companies A, B, the Battalion Color Guard, and graduating soldiers from companies C, D, and E. Identified by their distinctive headgear are the drill sergeants. These dedicated non-commissioned officers are the backbone of the Army and the central focus of the training center. Selected on the basis of professional competence, leadership ability, and years of service, these men and women undergo intensive training to earn the right to wear their distinctive hat and insignia. With the drill sergeant hat goes the important responsibility of molding civilian men and women into soldiers. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is the 2nd Battalion, 60th Infantry Regiment Executive Officer, Major Ryan Love. He and the battalion staff are positioned on the field. The reviewing It is appropriate for soldiers not in uniform and all armed forces veterans to salute the American flag. We ask our civilian guests to please remove your headgear and place your right hand over your heart as our national anthem is played. Bismarck, North Dakota. The soldier of the cycle for Company D is Specialist Justin D. Burton from Sunflower, Mississippi. The outstanding Drill Sergeant of the Cycle for Company E is Drill Sergeant Kiara.
We have a nice, sunny, glorious day, unlike yesterday where it was a little bit rainier. But the conditions are looking good. Brigadier Beagle, Commander Major Dan, Colonel White, Commander Major Butler, thank you for being here for today's ceremony. Did everyone enjoy family day yesterday? It is my favorite day of the cycle, I must confess. On behalf of Brigadier Beagle and Commander Major Dan, welcome to your soldiers' graduation ceremony, and welcome to Fort Jackson, where victory starts here. Today we welcome 1,028 of America's newest defenders of freedom to our ranks and mark their graduation from basic combat training. Out on the field is the 282 band. We have the privilege of having one of the best bands in the Army right here on our post. Please give them a round of applause. They always add something special to this ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a nation, we are a free nation because of the sacrifices American service members who have fought for, continue to fight for our freedom. May I have all the veterans who have served or are currently serving please stand. I want to thank you personally for your service. The next group of individuals I'd like to recognize here are the cadre of this battalion, and most importantly, the drill sergeants that transform your loved ones from a civilian into a soldier. Your soldiers will forget some of their peers. Some of their experiences will fade away here. They will most certainly won't remember my comments here today, but they will always remember the names of their drill sergeants. NCOs like Drill Sergeant Bates, Spangler, Venegas, Stevenson, and Lopez. Years from now, they will tell you that they could not have made it through basic combat training without their drill sergeant. Drill sergeants are specifically and specially selected from across the Army and undergo rigorous training at the Drill Sergeant Academy. On a daily basis, they display the attributes of a soldier and demonstrate the Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. They have spent the last 10 weeks working hard to ensure that your soldiers made it through basic combat training. Please, let's give them a big round of applause. Now I would like to talk about the graduating soldiers who are standing on the field before you. Here are some interesting facts about this class. They're quite a diverse group. The youngest soldier is 17. The oldest is 37. They come from 43 different states, 36 different countries, and speak 49 different languages, ladies and gentlemen. These soldiers in this formation have college degrees, 24 with associate's degrees, 16 with bachelor's, and 6 with a master's degree. Yet despite their unique and diverse backgrounds, what unites all of them is that each one of these soldiers has raised his or her right hand and sworn to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Soldiers, you arrived at Fort Jackson as individuals, some likely for adventure, others out of a sense of duty, others wanted to be a part of something larger than themselves. But you all have answered the call to duty and lead as members of an Army strong team. We are proud of you. We saw you develop and grow strong. You need to be proud of what you've accomplished over the last 10 weeks here. Remember, stay motivated, disciplined, continue to live by the Army values 24 hours a day, so that when our nation calls, and it will, you are ready. No one handed this to you. You have earned it. You have earned the privilege and the honor to call yourself a United States Army soldier. I wish you all the best in your future careers. To our extended Army families here today, thank you again for your attendance. And on behalf of our Commanding General, Command Sergeant Major, I wish you all safe travels as you return home. Scouts out, no ground to give. Victory!
Ladies and gentlemen, as the American flag approaches the bleachers during the passing review, it is appropriate to rise and remain standing until it has passed to your right. 32nd Army Band is commanded by Chief Warrant Officer 3, George T. Ballard, and the drum major is Sergeant Nigel Brown. Company A is commanded by Captain Hunter Berkey. First platoon is led by Second Lieutenant Daniel Vincent and trained by Drill Sergeant Julie Jarvis. Third platoon is led by First Lieutenant Sam James and trained by Drill Sergeant Tatiana Monroe. Fourth platoon is led by First Lieutenant Alexander Wilson and trained by Drill Sergeant Ryan Wright. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant Guillermo Hernandez.
Who's the drill sergeant?
Company B is commanded by Captain Anthony McGuire. First platoon is led by Second Lieutenant Irene Cox, trained by Drill Sergeant Denise Strickland. Second platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Eric Bell, trained by Drill Sergeant Jose Mendoza. Third platoon is led by First Lieutenant Kyle Hartshorn, trained by Drill Sergeant Henry Uguayuga. Ladies and gentlemen, we are reminded that as you are approached by the American flag, it is appropriate to rise and remain standing until it has passed to your right. Fourth platoon is led by First Lieutenant Swami Bosman and trained by Drill Sergeant Michael Davis. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant Michael Raymond. The battalion color guard is led by Drill Sergeant Ian Lynch.
let's go.
You see her? Where?
Do you know which company this is?
Oh my god. Are you happy to be home?
Is it rolling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to be home.
Are you happy to be staying with me?
Yeah, at the moment.